Hi, this is KV and this is the solar eclipse moon phase report for the new moon on May 9th, and this is going to be a reading for Aquarius. Alright, so everything is what we were kind of talking about before, with a lot of home-based home changes. You saw a lot of those things in the past couple weeks, maybe even further, of things falling away, relationships falling away, needing to be severed, cut off, any kind of changes that were related in your home base and from your roots. So that's, you've seen a lot of let go, you've seen a lot of things that were annoying to you, you've seen a lot of things that frustrated you, and the whole point in all of that was just, everything that was coming up to you was just a signpost that was telling you, yes, this is something that needs to change, or yes, this is something that you need to expand on, or yes, this is something that you need to ask more for in regards to. So none of them were to show you that life sucks and nothing works out and that's bad and that's diseased and that thing down there is a problem. Nothing was really like that. It was just like it was just like your body having a fever or something, and it being this sign that something is going on, something does need to change, something is fighting something, you know, but it's not something that's the end of the world, and it's not something that means, okay, you're gonna die now, you had a fever, you know, or that's over now because that came up, or that's dead now because that happened. Not really. It was just more to lead you to another further thinking on something else. You know, even like this one, it could have been something very frustrating with your career, with something not moving quick enough, with something, you know, whatever. But it wasn't a bad thing at all. It was something to open you to another way of seeing it, another way of asking for better things in regard to it. So now we're going to have the new moon down in that same spot. So this is going to help you make those first new steps. This is going to help you implement any new things in the house you were wanting to do, wanting to change, anything that maybe came up with your childhood times, anything that maybe was exposed to you in regards to things that were root related, and things that came up, and they may have even felt a little devastating or sad or just not right, but just understand it was something for you to get a new perspective on and to bring some hope into it and to see it as a good thing and not a bad thing at all. So this is where you can really, like any of those changes, you can really start taking the steps now to bring more stability, because this is what you need. You need stability at home, and it's going to really relate to this other stability that will come out in the world, because your out in the world status is in a very serious position right now. So whatever you're doing, working on, wanting to implement is very serious, and you're going to have the full attention within your body to stay focused on them until you're finished, until it's done. And you know, from here, honestly, for the next several years, it's going to be magic for you. So it's really about getting clear about what you really want, what you really want to be doing. I mean, you know this. That's why I said we're going to talk about this a lot. But so right now, it's really thinking about money, thinking about how you want to be making more money to bring in this more stable, because everything's stable right now. Where do you want stability? And a slowness too, like kind of opening to wanting it to be a little slower. You know, even me, I could use this for me, like with my business, and like I want to be not working so much at home. I wanted to slow down my pace at home. And it's kind of, with me, it's delegating and having other people help me and hire other people and get these other things going so that I can have more stability and quiet and not so much action on the home front, maybe even so that I can enjoy the earth more. I can enjoy going out more. I can enjoy playing more in the earth, because that's kind of my balance for all the work. And we're talking home, roots, earth right now. So it could be you acknowledging that, like, I just need to play more. I've been so, because you're going to be consumed with work for, like I said, several more years, but there's these workings going on, gates opening at just the right time for you, but it's kind of in this destined path of yours right now. You really don't need to worry about one single thing. It's just about, you know, naming what you really want and not shooting too low. And then kind of sitting back and waiting for which door opens, which gate opens. You know, with this one being in Taurus, it's so, and also being down at what I kind of think of as your body. I kind of put that in the second house too, but kind of what you need to feel more stable. And hey, oh, I can't really yell at a cat scratching on the couch. Stop it. Get you. So listening to your body speak to you more. We're very in tune to that right now, and that's where Taurus, these energies, this solar eclipse energy, can really help guide you to things through listening to your body. You know, learning to not so much listen to the mind, but what does your body say? You know, what does your gut say about that? You know, say 2 gate openings come to you at once, because, you know, choices are a part of it. You know, and with this one being so body-centered, it would make sense to me that you would get choices, so that you really do have to go, well, okay, this one's A. What does my body feel about with A? All right, okay, what does my body feel about with B? And if it helps, maybe even like put your hand down on your belly, you know, around your belly button. Maybe put one even like below your rib cage too, but just kind of like ask the questions with whatever comes up. How do I feel about that? You know, and just don't be afraid to speak your mind and with whatever comes up. I feel like it's a big part of our life a lot, being tested with choices, and always having to have that one where you feel obligated and they want you to do it, so you should do it, and everybody else likes that, so I should want to do it, right? But, you know, I feel like, you know, even like I've said, like, I have this really big history of meeting shamans, quote unquote, and being around sweat lodges. It's really well. I will always live by, now I have a sweat lodge here, but like, and it's in the earth, so it's really special. But I always meet shamans, and I always meet people who run sweat lodges, or now I have my own. But I've also had this thing with, and it's not all of them, of course not, but some of them, like the first thing I would do, I would meet him, and I remember even with this one, how I was like, my whole body was like, no. Like the moment I met him, and it was so confusing to me because everybody adored this man. Everybody was like, oh my God, this powerful shaman. There was always women like drooling all over him, and then he taught all these classes, and he was my neighbor, you know, so I was right in there, and it was so perplexing to me. I was always like, why don't I trust this guy? You know, is there something wrong with me? Like, 'cause look at all these students, they love him. Everyone wants to learn on him, learn under him and stuff. And I still, and it was so troubling for me because my body was always like, nope, 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 and it would just, it'd plague me. And then anyway, it was later on that I found out that he was like this total scam guy, and he actually had syphilis, and he would he didn't know he had it, but he would tell these women that he could raise their kundalini by having sex with them. So he ended up giving syphilis to all these people. I mean, like mass loads of people. And then he ended up kind of getting outed from the scene. But it was, you'll have the same thing, you know, where it's like you feel like, I don't think I trust that. But wait, a million people do, you know. But you just have to listen to your own body, and you just have to learn to trust it more. And whatever comes up, go with it. You know, just know that in the future you will see why you had to see that. And if you don't want to trust your body signs, then you can go forward and do what you were told not to do. And later on you will see that it was a mistake, because you might need to learn that way a couple times too, where it's like you gotta just go with what the masses, and then be like, dude, I knew I shouldn't have come to this. I knew I wouldn't gel with it. I knew I wouldn't enjoy it. Why hadn't I listened to my intuition? And you do that enough times, and then you're just going to start listening to your intuition. You're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to be around that person. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't want to say that one, but I don't enjoy being around that person, so I'm not going to go, and and I'm going to stand my ground. And so this could be something to do with you too. So let's do some new moon affirmations. All right. So I am at home in my body. I am becoming more stable with my foundation. I am creating a stable foundation so that my career can grow from a stable foundation. I don't know, that one didn't really work. I am bringing in more money into my life so that I can feel stable. I am listening to my body's signs. What I am doing now is so that I can have a healthy career. Do that one. The work I'm doing down below, within my roots, within my childhood memories, within my home base, what I'm doing here and with this is all going to benefit my career. So in the long run, it's for that. I am moving. If you want a new home, this is definitely the best time for it. I am finding the perfect home for me. I am living in my perfect home. Yeah, I think those are good ones for you. So it's everything earth, home, roots, childhood, but it's also, there's relationships too with all of this that do also, are also influenced, are also intertwined with your career. So always, you're very career focused right now anyway, as you should be, and opportunities are starting to come now, and they will for the next, depending on what your degree is. I mean, it could be, 7 more years if you're lucky, depending on where you're at on it. But just kind of realize, go in positively looking at what you're doing now is for that. And that's what your ultimate thing is right now anyway. Because we need you sharing your stuff, but we got to build you up with confidence first. We got to get your foundation solid first. We got to get you feeling safe with money and with manifesting money. And we have to get you safe with honoring what your body's telling you. So that's kind of some of the work we're doing right now to get you to this career status that, soon everybody who's an Aquarius will be sharing really important things with people over the next several years, without a doubt. So don't rush it, but know you are working on something really special. Okay, so I will see you in 2 weeks with the new moon, with the full moon in Gemini. Have a beautiful new moon. Write down everything you want. Okay, bye.